Please. Please remain standing. We'll have the presentation of the colors and the playing of the national anthem. The colors will be presented by the Joint Service Color Guard of the University of Memphis, United States Army, Naval, and Air Force Reserve Officers Training Corps. The national anthem will be sung by soprano Amanda Woodward Boyd. Miss Boyd has traveled from coast to coast in the U.S. into France, Italy, and Brazil as an opera singer. She graduated earlier today with a Master's of Music degree from the Rudy E. Scheidt School of Music. Miss Boyd is honored to be the featured soloist for today's events and would like to thank the University of Memphis for this wonderful opportunity. Please be seated. Good afternoon. I am David Rudd, the University Provost, and I want to welcome you to the spring convocation of the 101st Commencement of the University of Memphis. We are extremely proud of our graduating class. Today, we will award a total of 2,392 degrees from the 11 schools and colleges that comprise the university. We will recognize 810 of our graduates this evening. Earlier, we recognized our other graduates in 3 of our colleges and 1 of our schools. This brings the number of degrees awarded since 1912 to nearly 155,000. At this time, I would like to introduce some special members of the platform party that are with us today. Please stand as you're introduced. Dr. Silverna Ford, Dean of University Libraries. Ms. Linda Bonin, Vice President for Communications, Public Relations, and Marketing. Ms. Julie Johnson, Vice President for Advancement. Mr. David Zettergren, Vice President for Business and Finance. Ms. Ellen Watson, Vice President for Technology and Chief Information Officer. Dr. Rosie Phillips Bingham, Vice President for Student Affairs. Dr. Richard Evans, President of the Faculty Senate. Dr. Dan Lattimore, Vice Provost for Extended Programs and Dean. Dr. Richard Ranta, Dean of the College of Communication and Fine Arts. Dr. Henry A. Kurtz, Dean of the College of Arts and Sciences. It is my pleasure today to introduce to you Mr. Russell Bourne, President of the Student Government Association. Russell graduated earlier today with a Bachelor of Arts degree from the College of Arts and Sciences. Russell?
On behalf of the SGA, the University of Memphis faculty and alumni, we congratulate the class of 2013. Give yourselves a round of applause for this accomplishment. I would like to thank you for your time here at the university. You have contributed greatly to the success of this fine institution. By receiving a degree from the University of Memphis, you now have a step up on your competition, whether in the workforce or in your daily lives. We hope that you will take pride in your university because your university takes pride in you. I know it has been a long journey. After many tiresome study sessions, after many late nights, after many research deadlines, you have all crossed the finish line here today. Of course, this wasn't always easy. All of us have failed at some point in our lives. It could have been a final exam, a research paper, a job application, or ordinary trial we weren't able to overcome. However, it isn't your failures that matter, it's the fact that you tried. I'm reminded of a quote by basketball legend Michael Jordan that says, "I can accept failure, but I can't accept not trying." This day represents that not only have you tried, but you have succeeded. My advice to you going forward is do not be afraid of failure. A perfect example of someone who wasn't afraid of failure is 2-time NFL MVP Kurt Warner. Warner graduated from the University of Northern Iowa, and after practicing in NFL training camps, he was released before the season began. Eventually, Warner was forced to work at a supermarket for minimum wage. But again, Warner was not afraid of failure, and he wouldn't accept not trying. He often told his skeptical coworkers, "One day I'm going to make it in the NFL." Warner tried out once again for the St. Louis Rams and eventually led the Rams to 2 Super Bowls in 3 years and led the Arizona Cardinals to another Super Bowl in 2008. This is someone who faced failure and succeeded. Finally, I would like to say that your journey is not over. There are many more tests and trials to come. For some of you, that means continuing your education. For others, that means entering the workforce. Many of you are leaving the university today, and you will experience the greatest life has to offer. But please remember this. You may leave Tiger Nation, but Tiger Nation will never leave you. Your dedication and your ability to not be afraid of failure have brought you to where you are today. If you apply that same dedication to your future endeavors, I can promise that you will be victorious. Congratulations once again, guys. Thank you all, and God bless.
Thank you for those thoughtful comments, Russell. It is my distinct pleasure today to introduce you to the 11th President of the University of Memphis, Dr. Shirley Raines. Dr. Raines.
Well, today is a big day in my life as well, because this is my last commencement ceremony in which I'll preside over these services. I have to take one moment of privilege and say to you, 12 years has flown by, and I remember the first year when I stood before you. And yes, Russell, there was a lot of fear of failure at that time. But thanks to the help of an extraordinary group of faculty and wonderfully dedicated administrators, I think the last 12 years, though challenging, have been the best years of my professional life. It has been both a great joy and a great challenge. But I could not have done this job without my husband, Dr. Robert Kennedy. So I'd like you to acknowledge that he's made wonderful contributions. Bob, would you please stand up? When I took this job, I said, Bob, you know the average length of stay of presidents is about 5 years. If you're really lucky, 6. Well, he stuck with me for 12. So thank you for sticking with us for 12. But we know that this day is a great day for you in your life as a graduate, and also of all those family members and friends. I also want to thank you for keeping your eye on the website every time the Grizzlies kept winning to try to figure out what day we were going to have this ceremony, because the NBA controls this arena's schedule, and while we were cheering for the Grizzlies, we wanted to be sure that we got our commencement ceremonies in. So welcome to the spring convocation of the 101st commencement ceremony. It's an exciting day for us at the university. We've had the great opportunity to work with you as students and to get you to know some of you as individuals and all of you as talented people with lots of dreams and possibilities. We've watched you learn, and now we have the opportunity through this ceremony to see you move to a new phase in your life. It's a thrill for those of us who are on the faculty and the administration to be involved in your education. That's our life work. And some of you parents thought it was going to be your life's work as well. But now it is my privilege to introduce to you today your commencement speaker, Mr. Trey Hargett. Trey Hargett was elected by the Tennessee General Assembly to serve as Tennessee's 37th Secretary of State in 2009. Secretary Hargett is the Chief Executive Officer of the Department of State with oversight of nearly 400 employees. He also serves on 15 boards and commissions and presides over 2. Since selected and elected as Secretary of State, he has made it his priority to increase transparency in state government by working with his colleagues in making the proceedings of numerous boards and commissions more accessible to the public. After taking office in 2009, he began promoting a culture that places a premium on customer service and leveraging technology to create efficiencies and savings for taxpayers and the public. In 2010, Secretary Hargett was chosen as a Henry Toll Fellow, an honor given to 40 of the nation's top government officials. Additionally, he is a member of the National Association of Secretaries of State, where he serves as president-elect, and he serves on the board of the directors of the American Council of Young Political Leaders. Secretary Hargett has also served for 10 years in the Tennessee House of Representatives, during which time he was elected as Republican leader by his colleagues. Secretary Hargett was a driving force behind several measures to increase efficiency in government and electronic disclosure of campaigns and increase the requirements of state officials for their interest. Secretary Hargett earned a BBA in accounting with honors from Memphis State University and his MBA from the University of Memphis. He's a native of Ripley, Secretary Hargett now lives in Hendersonville. He promises me that after he's finished with state government, he's coming back to West Tennessee with his wife, Dawn, and their 2 sons. He's a Southern Baptist and attends Bluegrass Baptist Church. But please welcome to the podium for today's commencement speech, Secretary of State, a graduate of the University of Memphis, Mr. Trey Hargett.
I love this city. It's good to be in Memphis today. Good afternoon. It's indeed my privilege to be here with the spring graduates of the University of Memphis class 2013. For our graduates, I wish to extend my congratulations on the accomplishments we are celebrating today, and I hope you will join me in thanking your loved ones, your friends, and the University of Memphis community for the support they have provided you in reaching this milestone today. Also, it's a bittersweet day for the University of Memphis community and all of us as we acknowledge the end of Dr. Rain's fantastic tenure here at the University of Memphis as helm of our university. She embodies our university's motto, dreamers, thinkers, and doers. She has done them all well, with grace and integrity. We have been and will continue to be blessed by the accomplishments of her time here at the University of Memphis. I also want each of you to know that today I recognize I was not your first choice to be your commencement speech giver today, but I know that we're all glad that Zach Randolph's a little busy in the second round of the NBA playoffs. I also recognize it best today that I may give you a few moments and a few nuggets of inspiration, maybe a moment of introspection. But I have to admit to you, when I think back to my day that I graduated, I can't remember who spoke to me. I can't remember anything they said. And so I recognize that you probably are not going to remember what I've said 10 years from now. So now recognizing that, the pressure is off of me, except for one problem, YouTube. So I'm hoping nobody's filming today and I won't be embarrassed by anything I've said 10 years from now. But in the brief time I have with you today, I just want to take a few moments and talk about the importance of civic engagement, which I believe ties in naturally with the doers part of the U of M's motto. And I know it's an exciting time for us today. We have a lot of new things happening in your lives. Some of you are beginning new careers. Some of you may be going to a new city, a new home. But all of you will be forging new relationships. But I just want to remind you that your education doesn't end with today's ceremony. You'll just rely on your fellow students and your professors in the U of M community a little less than you have in the past. And with all those busy goings on, though, it's sometimes easy to forget paying attention to and becoming engaged in what's happening in the community around you, your state, and your world. In your workplaces, with your families, in your place of worship, throughout your communities, I know that this graduating class has what it takes to bring much needed new energy into civic life. That probably seems a lot easier said than done. In today's society, a common question is and should be, why do we do it this way? Anybody want to take a stab at what the normal answer back to that is? Because we've always done it that way. Probably one of the most dangerous answers to that question we could ever give. We owe it to ourselves to look at the world around us and further examine what the thinkers at the U of M can come up with to figure out how we break through the status quo and not settle and determine what the right path forward for our community, our state, and our nation is. We must strive for our best. As your SGA student body president said earlier, sometimes we will fail, but I want to remind you that often behind a great failure, many times that's followed by an even greater success. I also want to encourage you to surround yourselves with others who share your commitment to improving the lives of others so that we together can affect positive changes on the world around us. Now, I'm going to tell you something that may come as a little bit of a surprise to you. Nobody in this arena, excuse me, I think I'm supposed to call it FedEx Forum. I think they paid for that right. I better say that right. None of us is 100% correct about anything. But nowadays, when you watch the talk shows and you listen to talk radio and things like that, the world is filled with a lot of people who believe that their viewpoint is the only one that matters. Let me tell you, we have to have an obligation to ourselves and the community around us at large to be willing to engage in civil dialogue and collaborative action rather than retreating to our own little bubble and acting as if the affairs of the outside world don't affect us at all. We've got to take time to educate ourselves on what's going on in the news and find out who our government representatives are and ask ourselves, if we were in charge, what we would do different. How can we make this city and our state and our nation a better place? Yes, the demands of family life and your jobs and your other responsibilities will take up a lot of time, but you need to make the effort to become more civically involved because that is one of your key responsibilities as well. A lot has been written and said about the Boston Marathon bombings recently. That tragic event carries an important life lesson, though. Think about all the different people that in the face of tragedy rushed in to provide first aid. Those who aided law enforcement officials in making arrests, those who provided much needed contributions to support the families and the victims of those tragedies. Sometimes it takes traumatic events like that to show us how much our lives are all interconnected and that we need each other's support. It is times like this when we are reminded that we all must join together and not only be woven into, but also to help weave the fabric of our great city and our great state. There's really no reason to wait for tragedy to strike, though. You have a countless number of opportunities right here in our community, both big and small, to make a difference on the world around you. Find out what's going on outside your bubble, then figure out what you can do to make it better. We are all called to something bigger. We are all called not to hide our light under a bushel. Anyone can work to improve his or her own status, but only someone special can work to improve the world and the lives of others. People you will never forget, maybe never meet, generations you will never know, but we all must answer that call. To paraphrase a passage from the book of John, he must become greater, we must become less. But if I can also quote a line from a song that's almost 20 years old, I'll leave you with this. It has to start somewhere. It has to start somehow. What better place than here? What better time than now? Now go be the dreamers, thinkers, and doers that our world needs you to be. God bless our great city. God bless our great university, and may God bless each and every one of you in your pursuits. Thank you for having me today.
Secretary Hargett, thank you for a great message. The Tennessee Board of Regents has authorized the awarding of honorary degrees on a selective basis. The purpose is threefold: to honor persons whose careers reflect sustained exceptional achievement in some field of scholarship, public service, or other field of endeavor, to advance the educational mission, goals, and programs of the university, and to inspire others in the community to emulate such standards of excellence, integrity, and commitment to enhance the public good. A selection committee was established on campus, and the 2013 candidate for the honorary degree of Doctor of Letters has been recommended and approved by the President and the Tennessee Board of Regents. Dr. Raines?
It is my great pleasure today to let you know that Mr. Jim Ayers will receive the Honorary Doctorate of Letters. Jim, would you come and stand beside me, please? Now, why is Jim Ayers being given an honorary doctorate? So let me tell you a few reasons. And then in the end, there's a special number I want you to listen for. That number is 90. So listen for that number. Why is Jim Ayers being given an honorary doctorate from the University of Memphis? He grew up in rural West Tennessee and was introduced to hard work by his parents. And he also is a person who used that hard work to become a very successful businessman and a leading philanthropist. He never forgot the lessons he learned as a young boy in West Tennessee. He has remained constantly in touch with his roots. His roots were in Parsons and in Scotts Hill, Tennessee. Now, he is the owner of the largest independently owned and operated bank in Tennessee, First Bank, with over 40 locations. But let me tell you about Jim when he was here, where you're sitting. Jim made a decision when he graduated from high school to come to Memphis State University and to major in accounting. He graduated from college. His sister and his brother also came to then Memphis State University. And after graduating from college, he became an accountant, and then he began investing in healthcare, and later became a real estate developer and eventually a banker. He's won lots of awards for his career, for what he accomplished since he left the university. But he decided he'd been so successful, not his words, but mine, that he would form a foundation. And in 1999, he formed the Ayers Foundation, and it has a wide range of programs and institutional support, but it supports the students from Decatur County, Parsons, and Scotts Hill, from Henderson County and Perry County. He has a lot of civic, educational, and charitable organizations who've honored him, even receiving a 2007 Philanthropist of the Year award. But he's also, in 2007, a distinguished alumni from the University of Memphis. So that's why Jim Ayers has been chosen. But let me tell you the real reason. Jim Ayers and his foundation have sent 90 students through scholarships to the University of Memphis. 90. "90 people who are our graduates would not have degrees were it not for Jim Ayers and the Ayers Foundation." So he never forgot his roots. He came back to give back to the University of Memphis, but not to the university, to the students, and by giving to the students, he gave to us. Today, it is my great honor to award the Doctorate of Letters to Jim Ayers from Parsons and Scotts Hill, Tennessee. Thank you. Come over here and take a picture.
Dr. Raines, Board of Regents, faculty and staff here at the University of Memphis, and to you honored graduates and people in attendance. In my 70 years, I have received a few recognitions. I want you to know none of them approach this honor today. I'm going to spare you a long speech. There's a couple of things I would like to say. In the first place, I would like to recognize my family. My wife, Janet, my son, Paul, my daughter-in-law, Laura, my sister, Joanne Lynn, and her daughter, her daughter, Cassie. I'm so nervous here, I can't even think of my own relative's name. Our daughter, Cassie. Would y'all stand, please, over there and be recognized? The next thing that I want to use this opportunity to say in front of this large crowd and in front of these honored graduates. You know, in the Herff Foundation, there are a few things that we've discovered in the last 14 or 15 years. And few things in life are 100% certain, as we all know. But one thing is, the most likely and most effective thing to turn a high school graduate into a tender of higher education and a successful graduate of higher education is mentorship. We know this without a doubt. I want to challenge you graduates. I want to also challenge you families that are attending, families and friends that are attending. I want to challenge the administration and staff of the University of Memphis. I want you to pick a student and stay with that student. And you members of these young people's family, you need to start very, very early. And you know what you need to tell them? It's real simple. You need to say, you're going to college. You don't say, you're going to do what feels good. You don't say, you do what makes you happy. You can always digress to that. But you need to say, you're going to college from about the age of 4. We know that more than any one thing that you can do will tend to inspire a student. If they grow up with that, they'll just know where they happen to be very good students or just so-so students in high school, like I was, by the way. That is the most important thing, to inspire them, to know that you're with them and you're encouraging them to continue their education. Why this continuation of education? Well, I'll tell you. From all we know that the surest way over a large group of people, there are always exceptions, to lead a better, more productive, and more enjoyable and healthier life is to extend the amount of your formal education. We know that for a fact. I challenge you all, particularly you graduates, because you've made it. You've reached a degree of success. You're in a situation that these students will look up to you, these young people. So I challenge all of you to pick a young person and help them along. I was very fortunate. My sister was very fortunate. Our parents, Paul and Wilma Ayers, neither one, by the way, had a college education. But they realized, they appreciated the value of what they did not have. From the age of about 4 or 5, long as I can remember, I was told that I was going to get, my dad's term was, and he knew this was, he was being silly, you're going to get a dab of education. And I knew what that meant. And I was not, a particularly good student, but I always knew whatever it took, I would stay with it, and I would graduate. If it took 5 or 6 years, I would do it, and I did. I offer this to all of you. I want you to know I don't have the words. I do not have the words to express how honored I am and how appreciative I am. So to each of you, congratulations, and I hope you have a great, great day.
Jim, thank you for those incredibly thoughtful remarks, and let me be the first to congratulate you as Dr. Ayers. We will now recognize each of the graduates. Their names will be read by Professor Jacob Allen, Assistant Professor, Musical Theater, and Professor Anita Jo Linhart, Associate Professor of Theater and Dance. At this time, I ask our graduates to join us in acknowledging the I ask our guests to join us in acknowledging the accomplishments of our graduates. We draw your attention to the overhead screen, which will allow you to have a close-up view of each candidate with President Raines. The candidates for the doctoral degrees will be presented by Dr. Weddell West, Vice Provost for Graduate Programs and Director of University Initiatives.
President Raines, I present the doctoral candidates for the conferral of the degree. Will the doctoral candidates please rise and remain standing? On behalf of the graduate faculty of the university, I recommend that the appropriate degrees be conferred.
Ladies and gentlemen of the graduating class, upon certification by the graduate school that you have fulfilled all of the requirements for graduation, and by the authority vested in me by the Tennessee Board of Regents, I confer upon each of you the degree that you have earned and admit you to all rights, privileges, and responsibilities appertaining thereunto. You will receive the appropriate diploma.
The following candidates have earned the Doctor of Audiology degree from the School of Communication Sciences and Disorders: Dr. Maurice Mendel, Dean. Shante Nicole Breakville is receiving the Doctor of Audiology degree from the School of Communication Sciences and Disorders: Dr. Maurice L. Mendel, Dean. Dr. David Wark Hooding. Paul Henry Carter is receiving the Doctor of Audiology degree from the School of Communication Sciences and Disorders: Dr. Maurice L. Mendel, Dean. Dr. David Wark Hooding. Rachel K. Elkins is receiving the Doctor of Audiology degree from the School of Communication Sciences and Disorders: Dr. Maurice L. Mendel, Dean. Dr. David Wark Hooding. Catherine Louise Isbell is receiving the Doctor of Audiology degree from the School of Communication Sciences and Disorders: Dr. Maurice L. Mendel, Dean. Dr. David Wark Hooding. Elizabeth Ann Meenan is receiving the Doctor of Audiology degree from the School of Communication Sciences and Disorders: Dr. Maurice L. Mendel, Dean. Dr. David Wark Hooding. Whitney McFarland Vineyard is receiving the Doctor of Audiology degree from the School of Communication Sciences and Disorders: Dr. Maurice L. Mendel, Dean. Dr. David Wark Hooding. The following candidates have earned the Doctor of Education degree from the College of Education: Dr. Donald I. Wagner, Dean. Lorraine Allen is receiving the Doctor of Education degree through the Department of Instruction and Curriculum Leadership: Dr. Donald I. Wagner, Dean. Dr. Deborah Lothar, Major Professor. William Campbell is receiving the Doctor of Education degree from the Department of Instruction and Curriculum Leadership. Dr. Donald I. Wagner, Dean. Dr. Michael M. Grant, Major Professor. Dr. Deborah Lothar, assisting in the hooding. Shunji Q. Brown Woods is receiving the Doctor of Education through the Department of Leadership. Donald I. Wagner, Dean. Dr. Larry McNeil, Major Professor. Sherry Lou Mackin is receiving the Doctor of Education degree from the Department of Leadership. Dr. Donald I. Wagner, Dean. Dr. Larry McNeil, Major Professor. Sharon Taylor Burnett is receiving the Doctor of Education degree from the Department of Leadership. Dr. Donald I. Wagner, Dean. Dr. Katrina A. Meyer, Major Professor. Laura Keene Charbonnet is receiving the Doctor of Education degree through the Department of Instruction and Curriculum Leadership. Dr. Donald I. Wagner, Dean. Dr. J. Helen Perkins, Major Professor. Annette Sargent Cornelius is receiving the Doctor of Education degree from the Department of Instruction and Curriculum Leadership. Dr. Donald I. Wagner, Dean. Dr. Celia K. Anderson, Major Professor. Danita Carol Gibson is receiving the Doctor of Education degree through the Department of Instruction and Curriculum Leadership. Dr. Donald I. Wagner, Dean. Dr. Cliff Mims, Major Professor. Alvin Earl Harris, Jr. is receiving the Doctor of Education degree from the Department of Leadership. Dr. Donald I. Wagner, Dean. Dr. Reginald L. Green, Major Professor. Dr. Beverly Cross, assisting in the hooding. Brittany Celise Sansbury is receiving the Doctor of Education degree from the Department of Counseling, Educational Psychology, and Research. Dr. Donald I. Wagner, Dean. Dr. Christian Shiro Geist, Major Professor. Catherine Archibald Stakem is receiving the Doctor of Education degree from the Department of Instruction and Curriculum Leadership. Dr. Donald I. Wagner, Dean. Dr. Jeffrey Byford, Major Professor. Pepper Yolanda Walker is receiving the Doctor of Education degree from the Department of Leadership. Dr. Donald I. Wagner, Dean. Dr. Barbara Mullins Nelson, Major Professor. The following candidates have earned the Doctor of Philosophy degree. Carolyn O'Dial Hart is receiving the Doctor of Philosophy degree from the Department of Counseling, Educational Psychology, and Research. Dr. Donald I. Wagner, Dean. Dr. Christian Muller, Major Professor. Hope Johnson Link is receiving the Doctor of Philosophy degree from the Department of Counseling, Educational Psychology, and Research. Dr. Donald I. Wagner, Dean. Dr. Christian Muller, Major Professor. John McConnell III is receiving the Doctor of Philosophy degree from the Department of Counseling, Educational Psychology, and Research. Dr. Donald I. Wagner, Dean. Dr. Terence Ishitani, Major Professor. Taryn M. Swindle is receiving the Doctor of Philosophy from the Department of Counseling, Educational Psychology, and Research. Dr. Donald I. Wagner, Dean. Dr. Terence Ishitani, Major Professor. The following candidates have earned the Doctor of Philosophy degree from the Herff College of Engineering. Dr. Eugene Eckstein, Interim Dean. Tina Marie DeCosta Fortune is receiving the Doctor of Philosophy degree from the Department of Biomedical Engineering. Dr. Eugene Eckstein, Interim Dean, Dr. Amy L. DeJong Curry, and Dr. Robert S. Waters, co-major professors. Imama Noor is receiving the Doctor of Philosophy degree from the Department of Electrical and Computer Engineering. Dr. Eugene Eckstein, Interim Dean, Dr. Eddie Jacobs, Major Professor. Brooke Ashley Sanford is receiving the Doctor of Philosophy degree from the Department of Biomedical Engineering. Dr. Eugene Eckstein, Interim Dean, Dr. John L. Williams, Major Professor. The following candidates have earned the Doctor of Philosophy degree from the Fogelman College of Business and Economics. Dr. Rajiv Grover, Dean. Philip Michael Hart is receiving the Doctor of Philosophy degree from the Department of Marketing and Supply Chain Management. Dr. Rajiv Grover, Dean. Dr. Marla R. Stafford, Major Professor. Ying Hong is receiving the Doctor of Philosophy degree from the Department of Finance, Insurance, and Real Estate. Dr. Rajiv Grover, Dean. Panjat K. Jain and Dr. Thomas H. McInnish, co-major professors. Dr. Quentin C. Chu, assisting in the hooding. Riham F. Ishak is receiving the Doctor of Philosophy degree from the Department of Economics. Dr. Rajiv Grover, Dean, Dr. Cyril F. Chang, Major Professor. Terry Annette Nelson is receiving the Doctor of Philosophy degree from the Department of Management. Dr. Rajiv Grover, Dean, Dr. Peter Wright, Major Professor, Dr. Francis Fabian, assisting in the hooding. Thierry Nyanogo is receiving the Doctor of Philosophy degree from the Department of Economics. Dr. Rajiv Grover, Dean, Dr. William T. Smith, Major Professor. Charlene Parnell Spiceland is receiving the Doctor of Philosophy degree from the School of Accountancy. Dr. Rajiv Grover, Dean, Dr. Carolyn Callahan, Major Professor.
At this time, President Raines will confer the graduate degrees. The Vice Provost and Deans will introduce the candidates. Dr. Maurice Mendel, Dean, School of Communication Sciences and Disorders, will introduce the school's candidates, followed by Dr. Lisa Kledges, who will introduce the candidates for the School of Public Health. Dr. Mendel?
Candidates for the Master of Arts degree in the School of Communication Sciences and Disorders, please stand. President Raines, on behalf of the faculty of the school, I recommend that the appropriate degree be conferred. Please remain standing.
Candidates for the Master of Public Health and Master of Health Administration, please stand. President Raines, on behalf of the faculty of the School of Public Health, I recommend that the appropriate degrees be conferred.
School of Communication Sciences and Disorders and School of Public Health master's candidates, upon certification by the graduate school that you have fulfilled all of the requirements for graduation, and by the authority vested in me by the Tennessee Board of Regents, I confer upon each of you the degree that you have earned. The master's or specialist degree, and admit you to all rights, privileges, and responsibilities appertaining thereunto. You will receive the appropriate diploma. Please be seated.
At this time, President Raines will confer the remaining graduate degrees. Dr. Weddle West will introduce the school's remaining candidates.
Will all the candidates for the specialist and master's degrees please rise and remain standing? Specialist and master's degrees. President Raines, on behalf of the graduate faculty of the university, I recommend that the appropriate degrees be conferred.
Master's and specialist candidates, ladies and gentlemen of the graduating class, upon certification by the graduate school that you have fulfilled all of the requirements for graduation, and with the authority vested in me by the Tennessee Board of Regents, I confer upon each of you the degree that you have earned and admit you to all rights, privileges, and responsibilities appertaining thereunto. You will receive the appropriate diploma. Please be seated.
President Raines, the deans of the colleges and schools of the candidates for the baccalaureate degree will present the undergraduate candidates as printed in the program. As your college is introduced, please rise and remain standing for the conferral of the baccalaureate degree. Dr. Eugene Eckstein, Interim Dean, Herff College of Engineering.
Will all candidates for the baccalaureate degrees from the Herff College of Engineering please rise? President Raines, on behalf of the faculty of the college, I recommend that the appropriate degrees be conferred. You may be seated.
Dr. Donald Wagner, Dean, College of Education, Health and Human Sciences.
Will all candidates for the baccalaureate degrees from the College of Education, Health and Human Sciences please rise? President Raines, on behalf of the Dean and the faculty of the college, I recommend the appropriate degree be conferred. You may be seated.
Dr. Gail Sheba, Associate Dean, Loewenberg School of Nursing.
Will all the candidates for the baccalaureate degree from the Loewenberg School of Nursing please rise? President Raines, on behalf of the faculty of the school, I recommend that the appropriate degree be conferred. You may be seated.
Dr. Rajiv Grover, Dean of the Fogelman College of Business and Economics.
Will all the candidates for the baccalaureate degree from the Fogelman College of Business and Economics please rise? President Raines, on behalf of the faculty of the college, I recommend that the appropriate degree be conferred. You may be seated.
Now will all the candidates for the baccalaureate degree please rise? Ladies and gentlemen of the graduating class of the undergraduate schools and colleges of the University of Memphis, ladies and gentlemen, may I have your attention so we can confer the degrees? Will all the candidates from the graduating class of the undergraduate colleges and schools at the University of Memphis, with approval of the undergraduate faculties of the university, and upon certification by the dean of your college that you have fulfilled all the requirements for graduation, and with the authority vested in me by the Tennessee Board of Regents, I confer upon each of you the degree that you have earned and admit you to all rights, privileges, and responsibilities appertaining thereunto. You will receive the appropriate diploma. It is customary that you move your tassel from right to left, signifying that you have earned your baccalaureate degree. Please be seated.
We would now like to recognize 6 outstanding undergraduate students who have earned perfect 4.0 grade point averages. Please stand when your name is called. Mr. Cody Andrew Fernandez is receiving 2 degrees, a Bachelor of Science in Computer Engineering and a Bachelor of Science in Electrical Engineering from the Herff College of Engineering. Please remain standing. Miss Nicole Mary Thornton is receiving a Bachelor of Science in Education from the College of Education, Health and Human Sciences. Please remain standing. Miss Jennifer Borwick, Miss Bailey Carn Pembroke, Miss Emily Morgan Simpson, and Miss Melissa Warburton are all receiving the Bachelor of Business Administration degree from the Fogelman College of Business and Economics. Please stand and remain standing. Congratulate all of our 4.0 undergraduates. You can now be seated. Graduates who have distinguished themselves in their academic work by graduating with honors are listed in your program and can be identified by their honor cords. As I identify each honors group, please stand. Gold signifies summa cum laude. Would you please stand? Thank you. You may be seated. Red signifies magna cum laude. Would you please stand? Thank you. You can be seated. And white signifies cum laude. Would you please stand? Thank you. You can be seated. Phi Kappa Phi is the University of Memphis' highest all-discipline honor society. It represents the top 5% of each college or school on campus. Would all of the members of Phi Kappa Phi, including the faculty and administration, please stand and be recognized? Thank you. You can be seated. We are pleased to have with us today Miss Anita Vaughn. Ms. Vaughn is a life member and president of the National Alumni Association Board and CEO of Baptist Memorial Hospital for Women. She was named an outstanding alum of the College of Arts and Sciences in 2005. Ms. Vaughn received both her bachelor's and master's from the University of Memphis. She brings remarks on behalf of the Alumni Association. Ms. Vaughn?
Thank you, Dr. Rudd. Good afternoon. Let me first say, Happy Mother's Day. Besides your birth, this is one of the most important milestones that a mother can see. So we're very, very proud of you. Today is the first day of your life as an alumnus of the University of Memphis. You now join such ranks of notable alums as Fred Thompson, actor and former senator, Bernice Donnell, judge of the Federal District Court, Anthony Penny Hardaway, former NBA player and philanthropist, Dixie Carter, Wink Martindale, Joanna Edwards, bestseller, New York Times, Ken May, CEO of Krispy Kremes, Trey Hargett, and Jim Ayers. As an alum, you now have become a guardian with me of the university, our beloved university. As our university prospers, your degree becomes worth more. With this new badge of distinction comes a responsibility to the University of Memphis and to each other. Speak well of our university. Create a legacy by sending your children back to be educated here. Give back financially when you can, but above all, support the university and its endeavors. Some things in life are free. You will get, from the National Alumni, you will get the first year of membership free. It will be sent to you along with your diploma. Just as every great city deserves a great university, which we have, every great university has a great alumni association. You are our future. You are our alumni. You are true blue. Congratulations.
Thank you, Anita. At this time, I will call on our Vice President for Student Affairs, Dr. Rosie Phillips Bingham. Dr. Bingham.
And let me add my happy Mother's Day to every mother who's adopted, birthed, stepped in, stepped up, and helped all of you out. You know, I served on the selection committee that hired Dr. Shirley C. Raines. She returned the favor and 10 years ago hired me to be her vice president for student affairs. Many of you know that Dr. Raines will end her tenure as president of the University of Memphis on June 30th of this year. So this is her last commencement in the grindhouse. She has seen this university through phenomenal growth. She has allowed us to reach well over 22,000 students, has helped us with major research collaborations and community partnerships. She has emphasized student retention, has grown the largest honors program in the state of Tennessee, the Emerging Leader Program, and has us ranked in the top 10 schools with internship programs nationally. During her tenure, she's negotiated lots of changes, including our new university center, the relocation of the Cecil C. Humphreys School to downtown in the old post office and custom house, the establishment of the University of Memphis Lambeth campus. Dr. Raines has overseen the awarding of 4,000 degrees and more, the most in the history of this institution. Dr. Raines, would you come forward? This is our last time. Ladies and gentlemen, please help me recognize our president.
Oh, thank you so much, Rosie. That's wonderful. So good. Thank you.
You can hold these for a moment, then we'll take them back. We won't make you hold those unless you want. We'll give them to you later. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you, Dr. Bingham. And I can't say goodbye to all these people. I'm just saying that 12 years as a president is a long time. But I can also say a reporter asked me recently, what's the happiest day you have at the University of Memphis? And I said, it's the same day every year. It's commencement day. And that's today. Thank you.
Thank you, President Raines. A remarkable list of achievements. Each college will now proceed to the stage. The graduate students will precede the undergraduate students by college.
These are the graduates who have earned a degree in the School of Communication Sciences and Disorders, Dr. Maurice I. Mendel, Dean. The following candidates have earned the Master of Arts degree: Kathleen Bauer, Mary Dickinson, Abigail Chandler Haas, Kristen Elaine Holler, Molly Sims Haynes, Melissa Catherine Hickerson, Elizabeth R. Jensen, Caitlin Rose Lanner, Jessica L. Ogeron, Lauren Elizabeth Pontopiddan, Hannah E. Waldron. These are the graduates who have earned a degree in the School of Public Health. Dr. Lisa Kledges, Dean. The following candidates have earned the Master of Health Administration. Amy Caldwell Behringer, Ronald Butcher II, Allison Evangelista da Silva, Joshua Curtis Greer, Austin Scott Hudson, Abdul Halim Khan, Portia Camille Love, Callantine Fields Phillips, Claire Ashley Pinkston, Keith Warren Scarborough, Yazdev K. Singh, Casey Kegley Skinner, Clayton Bradley Ward, Geneba G. Winfrey Porter. The following candidates have earned the Master of Public Health. Selamawit Andaria, Paul Carl Fisher III, Jamie Adams Harris, Ashley Joshelle Jones, Lauren M. Sims. These are the graduates who have earned a degree in the Herff College of Engineering. Dr. Eugene Eckstein, Interim Dean. Cody Andrew Fernandez, Student Marshal, Herff College of Engineering, is receiving the Bachelor of Science in Computer Engineering and the Bachelor of Science in Electrical Engineering degree. Mohammed Abu Saudi, Hanan Aisfura, Arnab Banek, Shagnika Ghosh, Grace Catherine Haynes, Bhargav Kura, Dalibar Makovic, Johnny Keith McEllier, Amaradi Mukerg, Francis Mumelo Mumika, Andrew Okemite, Tien Chiong Win Fong, Sir Walter Lewis Richardson, Muhammad Afef Sadi, Ria Saluya. These are the graduates who have earned a degree, the Bachelor of Science in Biomedical Engineering. George Rudolph Makatangai Tumula III, Andrew Shiego, John Spencer Mays, Hamed Mohammed Tanzim, Daniel L. Woods, Tamer M. Hansen, Andrew J. Johnson, Mahadi K. Mohammed, William Lanier Lanham. The following candidates have earned the Bachelor of Science in Civil Engineering degree. Cody Merritt Baker, Clint Bradford Baker, Larry Brasher, Masapa Kenyatta, Brett C. Dennis, Terry Ray Glover, James Kurdziel, Carlis Puyats. The following candidates have earned the Bachelor of Science in Computer Engineering degree. Corey Austin Neal, Jonathan Martin Schrack. The following candidates have earned the Bachelor of Science in Electrical Engineering degree. Temer S. H. Yunus, John Adam Dower. The following candidates have earned the Bachelor of Science in Engineering Technology degree. Casey Inman Williams, Marion Lee Anderson, David Wilson Davis, Jeffrey Clayton Fowler, Bin Duk Vo, Thomas Hugh Armstrong II, Hunter Wayne Belk, Elizabeth Rose Bauer, Derek Dishun Clower, Dustin H. Coleman, Daniel Collier, Gary W. Holmes, Jr., Charles Lewis Holt, Jasmine J. Jackson, Sheikh Mbo, Abdul Qadir Saeed Muhammad, Jordan Shelter, Tiffany N. Sledge, Sidney Christopher Warren, Gordon Lyle Zine, Jr. The following candidates have earned the Bachelor of Science in Mechanical Engineering degree. Philip Albert Neveu, Elizabeth Marie Hildebrandt, Austin Wayne Tudor, Ian Christopher Brown, Michael J. Jackson, Stephen Louis, James Caleb McMillan, Aubrey R. Mills, Christopher P. Ruark, Brett M. Wilfong, Ahmed Al-Safar, Shane Michael Bowen, Alexander N. Clubb, James Lee Essery, James Thomas Flew, Darren Devon Harwell, Zachary Aaron Highsmith, Stephen Kyle Jeans, just tell me, Ricky Thomas Jones, Kyle Patrick Neville, Cornelius Thomas O'Donnell, Joseph James Rubino, Mika C. Shea, Philip Cameron Waller.
These are the graduates who have earned a degree in the College of Education. Dr. Donald I. Wagner, Dean. Kirsten Ashleyanna Lester, Student Marshal, College of Education, Health and Human Sciences, is receiving the Bachelor of Science in Education degree. Nicole Mary Thornton, Student Marshal, College of Education, Health and Human Sciences, is receiving the Bachelor of Science in Education degree. The following candidates have earned the Education Specialist degree: Christine Jones Bingham, Tabitha L. Bodie, Virginia Petrie Rogers, Hilda D. Taylor, Zele Travis, John Mark Tupper, Kristen Akridge, Master of Arts in Teaching, Robert D. Arnold, Rebecca Marie Beard, Lee Ann Brigman, Barbara Elois Brown, Ernell Bryson, Benjamin Thomas Bybee, Danielle Christian, Adrian Christopher, Gretchen Nicole Cook, Camille Fenton, Chastity Goodwin, Tamsin Kadrid Jenkins, Teresa Leary Jenkins, Tylene Marie Jones, Kathy Marlena Kirk, Lee Ann Lindsay, Jamie L. Meyer, Jennifer Day Mills, Kristen Moore, Mia Bailey Moore, Jessica Lauren Muller, Derek D. Oliver, Yanya I. Paget, Angelina D. Pettis, Kristen Ann Pollen, Danielle Boo Powell, Akihito Saito, Ashley L. Singletary Green, Kristen D. Spurlock, Emily Hawthorne Stein, Ayano Suzuki, Lily Coates Thompson, Aria Keisha Turner, Jared B. Vandegrift, Rebecca Kathleen Wannett, Jessica Ann Wright. The following candidates have earned the Master of Science degree: Brielle Sierra Jones Barrett, Rebecca Ann Boats, Latoria A. Boyland, Ashley Sparrows Brassfield, Michael F. Bruss, Amber Lee Burke, Joshua Charles Campbell, Hannah Dawes Clausen, Shauna Shante Claiborne, Deontay Rashawn Copeland, Jeffrey L. DeRamus, Jacqueline Hill Furby, Melissa L. Fields, Lucy Kimberly Ford, Lindley Greer, Brad M. Grote, Joshua Keola Omura, Innocence C. Harvey, Roy C. Hawkins Jr., Krista Ann Hawley, Leslie Michelle Giroux, Catherine Ritter Johnson, Jonathan David Jones, Dawn Nicole Kimball, Kristen Page Laird, Elizabeth Danae Lane, Michael E. Lauderdale, Phoebe Yvette Maxwell, Erica N. Mays, Matthew George McLean, Marianne McGraw, D'Angelo Lewayne Puge, William Robert Randall, Jr., Jeremy Luke Reese, Corey R. Sims, Jennifer Dawn Sloan, Kimberly P. Smith, Christopher Lewis Sparrow, Miguel Dominique Tharp, Emily Grace Underwood, Christy Gail White, Christina Ann Wilkerson, Connie D. Willis, Whitney Elizabeth Young. The following candidates have earned the Bachelor of Science in Education degree: Kelsey Parham Borquin, Lisa Terhune Finney, Christian Hansen, Jasmine Shanae Houston, Kirsten Hope Kirkpatrick, Emily Page Klusmeyer, Andrew Thomas Martin, Matthew James Aaron Martin, Julia Yvonne Noel, Jana Ray Phillips, Brian Michael Reed, Sheridan Cheyenne Richardson, Courtney Alexis Taylor, Julina Erica Trout, Sarah Elizabeth Ward, Rachel Ann Adams, James Ross Bailey, James J. Allen Bomber, Leslie Drew Cambron, Jennifer Nicole Cottage, Christina Leigh DiGirolamo, Charles David Dowda, Eric S. Emanis, Lindsay Nicole Flieger, Jacob Drew Gaskin, Whitney Jordan Goddard, Mary Louise Hill, Robin Michelle Hodges, Robert Christian Huggins, Kara Beth Huguley, Alicia Paige Jackson, Emily Ann Jarek, Gabrielle Kowalczyk Ford, Ashley Nicole Langwadock, Ashley Dion Leatherwood, Sarah Elizabeth Thomas, Meredith Claire Turner, Talia Hope Trigg, Breon Murray McAfee, Ryan M. Murphy, Michelle Charisse Neal, Diana Renata Nordby, Rahim Ferazali Panjwani, Victoria Brooke Parham, Laura Michelle Peterson, Laura Virginia Robinson, Tabitha Raven Snipes, Ashlyn Mariah Tarr, Andrea Patricia Tejeda, Christina Claire Davin, Megan Crane Davis, Bobby Raquel Walker, Matthew Franklin Ward, Lauren Elizabeth Whaley, Taylor Elaine Wilcox, Cassandra Wynette Yates, Brittany Kendall Alexander, Kimberly Marie Anderson, Lindsay Michelle Anthony, Candace Michelle Brown, Mallory Justine Bird, Morgan Brittany Kane, Hope Elizabeth Cook, Chandrika Vinette Cooper, Contieta Dominique Daniels, Linda Dochoa, Caitlin Hannah Fenton, Deanna Freilich, Jennifer Lynn Glolitz, Amy Michelle Hall, Tamara Lynette Jackson, Pamela Renee Johnson, Molly Brooke Key, Elizabeth E. McCullum, Brent Lee Michael, Chad Edward Martin, Kylie Marie Muth, Bailey Samantha O'Barr, Kathleen Elizabeth Panitz, Morgan Page Pearson, Wendy Marie Price, Annie Ladd Quarles, Stacy Janae Rose, Hiba Talal Samur, Kelly Ann Caselli, Samantha Shea Shelton, Carrie Lynn Smith, Chloe Elaine Smook, Maggie Alexis Staver, Sharonda Michelle Alexander, Robert Lynn Anderson, Jessica Elizabeth Arthur, Gloria Jean Avery, Clayton Mitchell Ballard, Janine Yvette Bowers, Tyler J. Boyd, April Renee Bunch, Elizabeth Lowell Burnett, Rachel Calcott, Brandon Thomas Caldwell, Jacob Andrew Chapman, Sarah Cobb, Valerie Valentine Covington, John Michael Cunningham Jr., Jasmine Octavia Darden, Shanta L. Davis, Brandon Christopher Dixon, Nicholas Arturo Dominguez, Elizabeth Gibbs Doherty, Jennifer Lenya Drew, Donald Lewis Emery Jr., Rebecca Hood Faulkner, Tiffany Nicole Foster, Elizabeth Ann Fry, Samantha Lyndall Gibson, Denicia Alberetta Good, Brittany Lane Goodwin, Walter Hale Jr., Edward Duhan, Ebony Patrice Harris, Gerald Eugene Harvell, Aaron Matthew Helms, Rachel Hendricks, Chase B. Holmes, Pamela Tenise Hughes, Larry Joe Hunt Jr., Ruby Jackson, Tiffany Nicole Jeffrey, Leah Christina Jones, Whitney LaFonda Jones, Samantha S. Lindsay, Tina Marie Lumley, Jennifer Lee Marshall, Dominique Antoinette McFarland, Daniel Lawson McPhail, Ashley Nicole Miller, Maya A. Mims, Ryan Gerald Moran, Anthony D. Morris, Cinquenia Martina Moten, Kiana Akela Parker, Mitul Shailesh Patel, Dallas Colleen Payne, Holly Danielle Pena, Felicia Rose Powell, Thomas Calvin Powers, Alan Leroy Purcell Jr., Matthew C. Qualls, Jeffrey Lane Rakestraw, James A. Randall, William J. Reed, Jeremy Durrell Riddle, Constance N. Riley, Andrew Miles Sockenbacher, Ashley Michelle Sims, Graham Spell, Fallon Emily Ann St. Clair, Delenta J. Steffens, Amber Janelle Thomas, Rachel E. Thompson, Rachel Lee Tillman, Quincy Keith Titus, Diana Nicole Townsend, Brittany Nicole Tucker, Aubriana Carol Wallace, Lauren Michelle Watson, Tyler G. White, Brittany Ashford Williams, Charles T. Williams, Christopher A. Williams, Elner K. Wilson, Burl McJames Woodhouse Jr., Avishai Yisrael, Elena Marie Zavelli,
These are the graduates who have earned a degree in the Loewenberg School of Nursing. Dr. Lin Zhan, Dean. Deanne Lacree Toll, Student Marshal, Nursing, is receiving the Bachelor of Science in Nursing degree. The following candidates have earned the Master of Science in Nursing degree. Laura Beth Alley, Cheryl Lynn Bryant, Angie Crow, Jennifer Renee Dungan Dunn, Donna Y. Hancock, Crystal Elaine Holliday, Fei Liang Lee, Nicholas Morel Pierce, Debbie Telford Pigram. Laura Casimir Smeltzer. Layla Brienne Smith Catawar. Tawanda Renee Stewart. Glenda Burkeen Woodters. The following candidates have earned the Bachelor of Science in Nursing degree. Carolyn Maria Budzed. Molly Sue Davis. Sydney Ann Evans. Caitlin M. Llewellyn. Lauren Smith Murphy. Haley Morgan Shelby. Melissa Nicole St. John. Lisa Ann Turry. Ashley Nicole Wilson. Kristen Lee Alexander. Alan Jeffrey Brandon. Tiffany Page Beard. Aaron Taylor Carroll. Michael Ryan Desick. Rachel Maxwell Hildebrand. Nathan S. Jones. Nicole LaFay K. Jones. Robin Janine Judy. Maureen Francis Kinsella. Kelly Larson. Alicia Danielle Ledford. Brittany Michelle LeMay. Shelley Hanson McKelvin. Emily A. Patey. Jennifer Lynn Reagan. Kaylee Nicole Robinson. Sarah LaGrange Schutz. Lacey D. Smith. Carlin R. Stone. Lauren Marie Stronsky. Rachel Brooke Tyre. Katina Whitworth. Ashley Bowen. Angela Delisa Branch. Tramika Michelle Cannon. Milana Anna Sigelska. Brittany N. Clift. Jessica Dawn Cotter. Nikita Shanae Faulkner. Natasha Ann Hart. Andrea Nicole Hurt Pruitt. Alishika Seneca Jackson. Brittany Nicole Knight. Amanda Lee Lindsay. Shuang Hu Nguyen. Jason Patrick Piawana. Alexandra Fraser Stevies. April Tridenti. Melissa Catherine Vanderwerf. Catherine Lynn Walker. Yolanda Weatherspoon Nolan. Tiffany R. Zalikofer.
These are the graduates who have earned a degree in the Fogelman College of Business and Economics. Dr. Rajiv Grover, Dean. Jennifer Borwick, Student Marshal, Fogelman College of Business and Economics, is receiving the Bachelor of Business Administration degree. Emily Morgan Simpson, Student Marshal, Fogelman College of Business and Economics, is receiving the Bachelor of Business Administration degree. Melissa Warburton, Student Marshal, Fogelman College of Business and Economics, is receiving the Bachelor of Business Administration degree. The following candidates have earned the Custom-Driven Master of Business Administration degree. Daniel Richard Gates. Daniel James Mendelson. Justin Price Shaw. Christopher Aaron Winchell. Chi Shi. Laura Helen Yakubian. The following candidates have earned the International Master of Business Administration degree. James Chinedu Ekwenzi. Jonathan William McQuarrie. Rebecca Ronnie Miller. Yi Yung Ti. The following candidates have earned the Master of Arts degree. Wei Wei Cheng. Demba Fofana. Matthew Ryan Pittman. The following candidates have earned the Master of Business Administration degree. Ala Alesha. Pradeep Prakash Panagar. Ryan Borman. Justin Wayne Breeden. Tracy Elaine Campbell Davis. Vivian C. Dees. Deepti Deeman. Brian Christopher Elian. Angela Swain Finnerson. Robert William Frey Aldenhoven. Gregory Sean Hardy Jr. Shauna Janine Holloway. Ross Hornish. Adrian D. Ishii. Vikrant Aaron Joshi. Ahmad J. Kahuk. Daniel Blake Maltby. Salahuddin Muhammad Masum. Yuang Nguyen. John Jason O'Gwyn. Edmund Poratniku. Bradley Andrew Rice. Gayatri Seshadri. Brian M. Smith. Justin M. Stroop. Amanda M. Tennant. Xi Jingzhang. The following candidates have earned the Master of Science degree. Jennifer Lynn Brown. Sai Shivani Java. Jen Lan Chen. Robert E. Gibson, Jr. Brian Christopher Hodges. Kaylee Michelle Hughes. Kavya Kolori. Anil Datta Madimseti. Mary L. Manson. Vinusha Mukvararapu. Sri Shaldevi Nadella. Raja Mani Vekatesh Nukala. Quinton Cortez Robinson. Venkatakalakshmi Srinivasa Ramanan. Van Ding Khan Stocks. Babu Thomas. William Robin Toller. Venkat Valaga. Kyunan Chong. Jachin Chen. Kathy Ann Zavolinek. The following candidates have earned the Bachelor of Business Administration degree. Jeffrey Morris Babin. Casey McLean Beck. Lindsay Elizabeth Bell. Matthew Allen Dixon. Artie Giuliano Edinburgh. Kelly Ann Gray. Brandon Hardy. Brandon Q. Harris. Rachel Lee Hayes. Gary Jenkins. Chang Savong Lexus Keonan. Mark Wesley Melton. Kylie Candace Myers. James Terrence Northcutt. Jennifer Caroline Parker. Bailey Carn Pembroke. Roger A. Porter II. Braden Alexander Russell. Kelsey Danielle Sykes. Donna Mae Wright. Alexandra Maria Allen. Preston Chase Beasley. Paul W. Brewer Jr. Patricia Joan Brock. Monica Tolentino Buenaventura. Raven A. Kanzler. Jessica Cervantes Jaime. Nathaniel Mitchell Coleman. Michael Joseph Kupo, Justin David Dove, Dylan David Drake, Sophia Marie Franzon, Zulette Gonzalez, Mohammed Ahmad Gulzar, Hunter Haley, Winona L. Hardin, Tracy Elizabeth Langley, Jacob Hunter Latham, Doris J. Madison, Sarah Marie Matthews, Catherine E. McDermott, Melisha Lynn Morris, Amber Nicole Munchal, Heather Elizabeth Murdoch, Brittany Elizabeth Neal, Lorraine Colette Petrie, Janita LaRae Reeves, Aaron David Rogers, Jake Reardon Silvestri, Rebecca Craig Smith, Lucretia Janae Sorrell, Lauren Marie Spots, Nathaniel Chase Stewart, Rachel Elizabeth Swift, Catherine Yance, Amy Jifa Ajo Oholu, Brandy Ayers, Clayton Russell Bates, Andrew Brian Chambers, Sarah Elizabeth Klein, Selenia Janae Davis, Rebecca Ann Day, Nicholas James Gleaves, Kelsey Diane Hall, Deanna Renee Harden, Thomas Bruce Harding, Stephanie Erin Hatley, Jared Hawley, Jeremy Davis Johnson, Puwan Khan, Minsu Kim, Casey Douglas Long, Mary Jo Mader, Daniel James Nash, Austin Clay Marler, Zachary Roberts, Charles Taylor Smith, Jared Tyler Stanfield, Heath Edward Thomas, Virginia Brianna Tidwell, Cheti Wabe, Jill D. Watkins, Zachary Thomas White, Jonathan Weston Wiley, Zinab Rizwan Yunus, Junaid Abbas, Austin Michael Ashelman, Zainab F. Alam, Mary Beth Anthony, Kyle B. Parker, Ashley Lynn Basehart, Cynthia Lynette Bell, Jacob Dean Benefield, Robert Taylor Benson, Joshua J. Bloom, Tommy Nelson Boren Jr., Jasmine Joyriel Bramlett, Cassidy Danielle Brown, Donald James Bruton, Tuivan Tom Bui, Zachary Allen Kane, Kayla Marie Card, Timothy Lee Kayett, James Chapman III, Joseph T. Couch, Rhonda Renee Croft, Megan Brickell Cuthbertson, Lavera Danielle Davis. Mallory S. Davis. Ashton Elise DeShazer. Celeste Elise Dixon. Brian George Dooley. Timothy D. Eichinger. Dustin Graham Ellis. Brandy Raquel Ewing. Samuel Corbin Faulkner. Mengisti Getinet Fenty. Trista D. Forrester. Kristen Janelle Franklin. Catherine Alicia Garrett. Zach Michael Golson. Greer Fulton Goodwin. Chris Young Gordon. Santeria D. Greer. Andrew Michael Guasp. Tracy V. Hanna. Peyton Blakeman Haston. Sherry Heath. Kyle Anthony Hefferman. Tierra Nicole Henderson. Natalie Marie Hickman. Jessica S. Hughes. Ryan Nicholas Hurd. Lamiko S. Ivy. Ashley Nicole Jackson. Precious Lakai Jackson. Amber Ariel Lee Jennings. Darcel Latie Johnson. Denzel Michael Johnson. William Elmer Johnston IV. Jeanette Isabella Jordan. Catherine Sloan Kelly. Ryan Hall Kelly. Ashley Marie Key. Alexander Ray Kim. Jonathan Patrick Lacey. Rhonda A. Laird. Zachary N. Lewis. Corin M. Love. Amanda Malika Lauder. Sonia Latrice Macklin. Andrew R. Mader. Terilyn N. Malone. Morgan Parks McCoy. Bruce McDaniel Jr. Justin T. McDermott. Rika Rakea McGee. Ryan Allen McKay. Mark Joseph McNeil. Peter Todd Mellon. Ryan Matthew Metzler. Samuel John Michalak. Lee Patrick Morrow. Jonathan O'Brien Mosley. Angela Leandria Murray. Megan Hope Nichols. Graham E. Notestein. James C. Orr. Richard Zachary Panis. Kinal Patel. Brittany Lynn Peters. Matthew Allen Pinkston. Julissa Nicole Plunkett. Houston Pruitt. Bradley Puckett. Stephanie Marie Rankin. Mary Rebecca Rogers. Yasir Rosley. Derek M. Russell. Soleimane Saul. Thomas Barnett Saley. Morgan Flint Sanders. Jasona Scott Shedler. Harold Glenn Scott II. Lakita Devani Shaw. Christopher Shelton. Kimberly Brooke Sheary. Rashad A. Similton. Danielle Demetria Smith. Ebony Mavoya Smith. Samantha P. Smith. Toymika R. Starks. Mary Beth Steinberg. Paul Michael Tedford. Norma H. Terry. DeQuandra Satrice Thomas. Sean Michael Thomas. Judy Rochelle Tolliver. Contrilla L. Torrance. Ramisha A. Turner. Tony M. Turner. Joshua Brian Ute. Zachary Evan Wagner. Rachel Christine Waller. Michael David Weiss. Mallory Janine Wheeler. Adam W. Wicker. Justin L. Williams. Natalie Williams. Bradley John Wilson. Shelby Dawn Woolever. Katrina Lynette White. Brittany Marie Wilson. Ashley Lucille Wish. Brian Thomas Wynn. U Hang Nie. I Mei Xu.
I'm sure that all you graduates want to join me in expressing a genuine sense of gratitude to a group of very special people. For several semesters now, they've worked with you as you pursued your education goals. They've invested in your knowledge and in your life. I would like to ask this representative group of faculty and administrators from the University of Memphis to stand and please join me in a warm, final recognition of their efforts. Please be seated. The completion of an academic degree is seldom done alone, and much appreciation and gratitude is owed to those of us who gave encouragement to our students, but it is owed to those closest to us, our parents, spouses, and significant others, children, and friends. Will all of you, parents, spouses, mothers, dads, stand, and graduates be seated? You stand and let us recognize your parents and your spouses and families. Families and friends, you may be seated. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Following the alma mater, students and guests are requested to remain in your seats for the recessional of the platform party. But please now turn to page 82 of your program and join with us and Amanda as we sing the alma mater. Please stand for the alma mater.